Fire cosmetic outfits for heroes for less than 50 cents. It's great.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Aw, man. John Hesh and Emmanuel just left. Dang. Well, I'm flattered that you checked. So thank you, Garrett. Unfortunately, I've been only playing super late this week. Dude, what the heck? Am I like needing to play a core here? We have like a clock and a tusk already?
I could support you should the need arise.
You might need to play a core.
It might. Clock it. Oh boy.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
You're going.
I might go back to Void. I'm just
Yeah.
thinking. But yes, that's like a super great combo.
Smack the living shit out of some poor unsuspecting rep. Well, fuck.
That's not a bad counter pick though. It's still good though. I might play like Chaos Knight or something.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Go ahead and pick.
Yeah,
Just pick it. Oh,
I
okay.
want this one.
The silence is really good against Quap, but Jakiro's still just a good hero, so.
No, I would never land the fucking. Damn it. I would never land the fucking. Oh,
I think I'm going with the Chaos Knight here. I have actually never played Chaos Knight, but I know he's a good hero, and I've been watching people play him lately.
I figured if you were going to play CK, Jack had some pretty good debuffs on him, so you could pull him in and I can just shoot him.
Thanks, Garrett.
I thought maybe there would be something there. Oh man, I want to play Lena so bad. I had this game before Monkey King. I think I played it right as Monkey King came out, and I really liked Lena. I haven't played her since. What the fuck are we gonna do with that PL?
That's like the exact opposite of what I was suggesting. I should just stop talking. He's just gonna pick what he wants to pick.
What are we gonna do with this? Like it?
Push towers.
Wait, Faye. No, I mean like, I don't know where he's gonna go.
If he doesn't go dual off lane, then it's gonna be a problem. But I guess we'll find out, right?
jungle or something stupid.
If he tries to go safe lane, you and I should go top and tri lane with the Tusk or something, like aggressive tri lane, and just try and like blow up the void.
An aggro tri-lane.
Yeah, we should. That's what we should do. One, to like let the Lycan have his way, and two, to like just destroy the other team. You're super good against Void, by the way. You have damage in the laning phase. You have damage over time, and he like can't time walk that.
A chaotic path.
Prepare for battle.
Well, it looks like we're in luck in the Legends Council.
Ahead.
So, do you know how Chaos Knight works? Because there could be some anti-synergy if you don't.
You pull people in.
Do you know how the pull works?
I'll
read
yeah,
it. So,
you pull them to you, right?
teleports you and any images you have, and the target
30
unit to
seconds
a
to
random
battle.
point along the line between the two of you. So, like, if I use it on you right now, it could put us anywhere between you and me. Which is where the anti-synergy can come in.
User entered your channel.
So this is just a random character, right? A lot of chance.
What?
CK has a lot of like
Yeah.
chance stuff with them, right?
begins.
Yeah, everything about him is like chance-based.
At last.
Money to burn.
I guess his reality rift isn't, but
Ahead,
everything else is.
Armageddon. Right on. From other planes I come. The beaten path. Indeed.
Oh, okay. Well, use your E on him just every time you have it up.
Hitherto. You may not have it. Where ride the horsemen, death shall follow.
Mr. Safe
always-
Lane Silencer then?
Comes.
I always forget.
Yes. Smash you down. Giddy up.
Attack animation's really slow.
Meet in battle.
If you have your Q, use it on him again. He doesn't have his thing.
Emble on. Ah, head steed.
Yeah, definitely get the stack off at 2 minutes if you can.
Yep, going for it now.
By drought and blade. Through your paces. By shield and blade. Gallop. Hitherto.
He's level 3
Where
already, and I'm
ride the
like not level
horsemen,
2. That
Death
sucks.
shall follow.
Well, I gotta pull off, so range push.
A chaotic
So the
path.
play here is to try and make him like use his thing to dash out and then reality rift him back to us. He's gonna come to you right now.
I cast you aside.
User disconnected from your channel.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Indeed.
Got it.
Pound him.
Strike
Your bottom
Yep.
tower is under attack.
the beaten path. Leap ahead. Soul chaos.
Okay. I have no mana, so.
Emble on.
It's like I don't understand the strategy. Just walk around the jungle.
You?
No, him. He's just wasting his time. Just walk jungle.
He's trying to soak up the experience you were taking away from him.
Feel the yeah.
The pudge rotating to us.
Right on. None can endure. Through your paces. Armageddon comes. Let's get into it. Split wide. An end of an age. Well,
Fucking retarded character.
by drought and blade. Yes. Ah, Hellsteed. Meet in battle. Good for me. Taste my cudgel.
Void's in our jungle right now.
Void?
He's over here.
Ah, Headsteed. Part your flesh.
What?
What? I guess you just walked out of sight.
Deny.
Guess so.
Emble on. Giddy up. Gallop.
Just use your E on him, yeah.
Yes.
So you need to just get a pull off, use that on him, and then whenever he's like close to our side.
Through your paces.
Oh, I'm stacking again.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
I have tangos, by the way. I can give you tangos.
I'm good on Tango.
By drought and blade. You are blood. Mounted attack.
Alright, let's bolt.
Armageddon comes. Leap ahead. The beaten path. Denied.
He's super low. Oh, come. This is it.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. Charge. Cease. No match.
Okay.
Split wide. Yes.
I've been banning Pudge, and ever since then I have not played against one. This is the first game in a long, and probably like a day or two.
He used the shrine.
Well, that's good.
Shield and blade. Ahead, Armageddon. Haste! Where ride the horseman, death shall follow. Boy, flashlight!
Oh, you are the greatest.
Yes.
Nope,
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
I'm gonna buy clarity and drop it.
Right on.
I need you to bring it to me when you come back.
Taste my cudgel.
Okay. This guy's an idiot.
Animal can only hide custom your side. A
Perfect.
chaotic path.
This is great.
Where ride the horseman, death. Coming me
Okay.
to the void.
He denied my clarity, but we killed him, so whatever.
Probably worth it. I'd imagine.
I believe so.
Hitherto,
Dire's structures are fortified.
I would say we won safely.
I have
Yes, for sure.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
We won mid. Especially, I think, because the Pudge was the one playing mid.
leap ahead.
Oh, are you serious?
It's possible.
The beaten path. Killing spree. Mine. Thy soul chaos. Yeah. Part your flesh.
Yeah, you're a great hero against Void. So
Yes. From other planes I come. Armageddon comes. Well hewn. Meet in battle. Through your base.
alright, here's the player. You ready?
Okay.
I'm gonna reality wraith and you ice path when I
I
pull
don't
it.
have.
Oh, okay. Well,
Fucking kidding me.
Wanted attack.
Ah.
Yes. By drought and blade.
I would honestly not be this triggered if it was like any other hero.
I could have stopped him. It was
User
actually a
entered your
misplay for me to
channel.
not stop
User
it.
disconnected from your channel.
I have my.
Coming in.
No way.
I'm coming in. Ice path him.
Beaten path.
Okay.
Right on.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Serve you right.
Your bottom tower is under attack. The enemy's top tower has fallen. Your bottom tower is under attack.
Like, why are they all down here? Our team's pushing top.
Radiant structures are
I
fortified.
don't know, but if they're taking top, it's whatever.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
No, like our team is.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever.
Emble on.
It's nothing worth getting upset about. Teams, their team
it's-
is playing bad, and it's in our favor, even if for you and I it's not good.
Chaos increases.
I'm just triggered. Jim.
Get back, under tower. Oh, I'm probably dead. Perfect, thank you.
Might as I even want to hear it.
hooked.
Your bottom tower has fallen.
Goodbye.
Part your
Okay.
unworthy. You are through your paces. Armlet. Guided attack. Armageddon comes. Leap ahead. By drought and blaze. Strike.
Wanna get this faceless?
Giddy up.
Go on him.
Red. Damn it.
Headsteed.
Oh, silencer. Yeah, we're done.
User entered your channel.
Out of mana.
User left your channel.
Hitherto.
Just get back. Throw it down.
Usurpation of power. Weak and baffled.
Nice.
Ride on. No one. Split wide.
Why does he keep doing that?
Yeah, mana.
A chaotic path. My friend.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Nice.
Very day we are at my place.
Got a light? Dire structures are fortified.
I saw
The enemy's bottom tower has fallen.
a new edifice. Gold for me. A headsteed.
Your top tower is under attack.
Armageddon comes. I cast you aside. From other planes I come. Yeah. Sure. Chaos expand. Give it up. Yes. Leap ahead. My adversary's played. Amble on. By shield and blade.
Oh, man, you have to be feeling pretty good right now.
I'm feeling great.
Alright, I want this crystal
We'll
bend.
ride the horseman. Death.
Let me pull her in then.
User
You can,
joined your
start.
channel.
Hey,
Your
Okay.
top tower
Are you in the game?
is under attack.
We are.
Yeah.
man.
Okay, they're going top right now.
Armageddon.
I'll be right back.
TPN.
Your top tower is under attack.
And blade. The beaten path.
Let's fight.
Well,
Stay back so that you can lay out, what's it called, underneath the Chrono.
ahead.
This might be lost.
Probably.
You look good with an apple in your mouth.
Started on their side. Lycan was being an idiot. And they jumped me when I was... Yes, I will.
Your middle tower is under attack.
With drought and blade.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Hear no more from me.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Blade.
They don't have Chrono.
Armageddon comes. Ride on.
User joined your channel.
Hey, dude.
What's up, Dank?
Hey, not much, dude.
None can endure.
How's the game?
Pretty good for everyone else.
Not you.
I mean, I don't know.
Can't have a good game every time.
Shall follow.
I was just whatever. I don't mind.
Your top tower is under attack.
Actually,
Radiant
I'm gonna
structures
go.
are
I'll see you
fortified.
later.
Okay, see ya.
User disconnected from your channel.
Oh, yes.
Your top tower has fallen.
Got it.
I have this. I'm gonna get a TP and let's try and play together maybe.
From other planes I come.
Can we try and take
Which
over
round's
their
the TP
jungle?
bot? Because we have vision.
The beaten path.
Oh. Wait, you saw them on the remap.
Yeah, I know.
Is this something, sir?
It's just one.
Head steed.
Let's go to Fusel. Let's get vision up.
Mounted attack.
There is a motherfucking pudge right behind me.
Yeah. The chaotic path.
I don't think we fight without vision, so let's fight in their jungle where we can put wards down.
Hitherto.
But you needed thawing.
Yes. This'll make her go.
Hot enough for you?
Your bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire structures are fortified.
It's games like these that make me not understand why Luna's
Good
popular.
job, team.
The enemy's top tower has fallen.
Dude, this is so sick.
Taste my cudgel. By drought and blade. From other planes I come.
Yeah, let's go.
Strike. Leap ahead. Yeah. I cast you aside.
None showing, let's be careful.
A head steed.
They have Chrono.
The beaten path.
See if we can kill him.
I bequeath chaos.
Kill him.
Where ride the horsemen.
Okay, yeah, they see us. They see us. Let's get back. Throw a sentry down somewhere. Maybe we can fight here.
Tremble on.
They have Chrono.
A shield and blade.
Just stay separated.
Hitherto.
He got silent.
The
Hey, man.
enemy's middle tower has fallen.
Perfect.
Me bait.
A chaotic path.
Not a friend.
Charge! Yes.
Stay here.
Yep.
Stay close, guys. If they TP to the shrine, we can kill him. I'm gonna get heart.
Through your bases. Let's get going.
Okay, well,
A little night play.
that sucks. I didn't actually give away that much gold, though.
Illusion.
Got it.
straight in. I should have guessed they were gonna.
Get back, get back. It's 2v5, just get back. Let the T2 fall.
Get back.
Let the T2 fall.
Wait, if they back.
Gallop.
If I do grab someone though, let's
They
be
don't
ready to
have
go on.
Chrono, though.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Armageddon.
Yeah, they don't have Chronos.
And they wasted the silence call.
Right on.
I'd be careful.
Ah!
Alright, I got it. Don't die, stay back.
Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower has fallen.
That was bad for me to die there. Why are you going in? No! No, 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 no!
They're all dead, bro.
We're all dead.
Oh my
Your
god, why are
middle
they?
tower is under attack.
They can Rax us now.
Radiant structures are fortified.
I'm gonna buy back.
Your
Thank
middle
you.
tower is under attack.
Just don't die. Whatever you do, don't die. Don't get hooked.
Your middle barracks are under attack.
Stoke those flames. I'm coming in.
Your middle barracks has fallen. Your middle barracks are under attack. Not that.
Chaos and corruption. Take you not yet.
I always was the good one. Crystal Maiden. More like Crystal
Time's pendulum stops. Unstoppable chaotic path. It's not time yet. We'll ride the horse. Death and the camp. More losses.
Alright, can we not throw the game now?
Yeah. Need to go for a tower.
Meet in battle. Yes. Head steed.
Take the last T2
Gallop
while the wave's pushed up.
at last. Through your bases.
Who are you playing as then, dude?
Jack.
I'm Chaos Knight.
You've been playing an amount of Jack.
Yeah. The fat macro fire drink also is just a little too real.
They have Chronos, so let's take this fast and be ready to fight.
They don't have
Enemy's
Chrono. They
bottom
wasted
tower
on me.
has fallen.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they don't have chrono.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It probably won't be down for it.
Let's go back mid and push mid in. And just keep getting vision up on the map like we are. That's good.
Leap ahead. Chaos reigns.
Midweek Madness. Dream Daddy. A dad dating simulator. That's my kind of game.
Man, I just got destroyed. Maybe it could be really bad.
I'm dead.
Throw an ice path down, or use your Yules, or use anything.
Oh my god, dude, I know that feeling. With him.
You have to use your
doesn't
Yule
matter.
Scepter.
You can delay, dude.
You
Doesn't-
can the Yule Scepter. The whole point you get Yule Scepter on him is you Yules, and then you can ice path where they're gonna land.
Honestly, I gave up at that point.
Henry,
That's the whole point, though.
I was done.
I have buyback. Do I use it?
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Oh, you're Henry. Are you? You're really mean.
Your middle barracks are under attack. Catacombs.
Lycan seems like fun. Is he hard? Lycan or?
I don't know the answer to that. But we're literally taking turns throwing the game, which is like...
Give it a 2.
I don't really play Lycan.
Yo, gosh.
Should we rush?
I really don't go for pure macro fire damage.
You used to buy back in Vegas.
What?
Yeah.
Henry, your
Says on the guide.
Macropyre isn't that insane.
What?
Macropyre isn't that insane. Once you get Ags, it takes a different role than you think it is. Or does.
You gonna hit it?
Yeah, he's trying to place his gold. You guys will get
Put a wolf up there.
He's just putting him there. Fudge can only hook.
Oh, I see what you're doing. That's good, thank you.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
Indeed. Thy soul chaos. Give it a 2.
I just need to farm the BKB. And then we go.
From other planes.
Money to burn.
Let's wait until I have BKB before we do anything.
Gallop.
Jack gets a fat 150 GPM.
You should block this camp, dude. Why'd you walk in?
Where ride the horsemen.
Oh, we gotta kill him. Just any stun you can get on him.
I come to chaos. Armageddon comes.
He's out. He's gone, dude.
Another falls before my hooves.
Okay, maybe not.
Ahead, Armageddon.
Can we get some vision up before we try and do anything on this side of the map?
Your top tower is under attack.
Meet in battle.
Your top tower is under
Gosh,
attack.
we're gonna have to push out mid.
The beaten path.
Your top tower has fallen.
You ult him.
Your top tower is under attack. Your top tower is under attack.
Being back to deal with the top.
Can we go while the Void's dead?
Nice.
Your top tower has fallen.
Pop spawn.
Radiant structures are falling.
Just leave.
Armageddon. Out of here.
What's
This is a super sloppy game. You're super far up, dude. Why are you over there? He's just gonna hook you if you run in a straight line like that.
Your bottom shrine is under attack. Your bottom shrine is under attack. Your bottom shrine has fallen. Your bottom tower is under attack. Your bottom tower has fallen.
We stand again at the gates of chaos. Ride on. Yes.
Don't do anything crazy. Oh no.
Through your
User joined your channel.
Are you guys playing Dota in here?
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Okay. Ace, you don't want to play in that.
No, I gotta go soon.
Okay.
User left your channel.
I should have gone silencer. I was thinking about that. Wow.
Go mid.
a shield and blade.
Yeah, I'm trying to try something new. You know, feel. Let's call the jack.
Consequence. A chaotic path.
Take Rex. Focus the melees and then move to the next set. Don't worry about getting the ranged.
Dire structures are fortified.
From other planes.
The enemy's middle barracks has fallen. The enemy's top tower has fallen.
What's going to come in
The
front of me?
enemy's top barracks has fallen.
Maybe not.
The enemy's top barracks has fallen.
Coming.
The enemy's middle barracks has fallen. The enemy's bottom barracks has fallen. You now have mega creeps.
Right on.
I'm taking out the buildings first so that the creeps will actually hit the stuff.
I mean, you can just end. I don't know why you're.
The enemy's middle tower has
I
fallen.
don't have enough damage to kill the T4s and
Dude,
the
T4
ancient.
had no health. You could have killed.
Stay back so that you can stun when he chronos.
Mm-hmm.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
Just ice path him when he does.
Chaos 9. Chaos 9. Rip. Nexus. Ancient thing. Do it. when your carry is bad, please.
Join the pack.
Oh God, that's last forever. He's
Regeneration. Good for me.
It's 100 HP right now.
So, how do we throw this one?
More fuel for my fire.
I don't know.
This Lycan could literally like wolf form in and then just like.
He could.
Money to burn.
Not whenever you run through everything. They four-stepped him forward. Oh my gosh.
See me up.
Your middle barracks are under attack.
The Dark Rider returns.
Yeah, this thing is just gonna fly in.
Your middle barracks are under attack. Radiant victory.
Well, that was good. I played very bad, but this is a fun game. Fun CK. I've never played him before. I've seen him played a lot, but it was fun to just like obliterate people. That was a lot of fun. I did 47,000 damage.
Wow, they have practice in the end.
I'm commending the Tusk. That was pretty nuts. Did you see that gank that he and I did? On the
No.
So we were pushing top, we were pushing the T2, and the Void was solo pushing our bottom T2. And so when I knew, like, all right, the game's like, or that tower's dead, like I knew it, I TP'd bottom, and he TP'd as well. And I went down there and like reality rifted him and started attacking him, and I stunned him too. And then the Tusk came in and Walrus punched him, and we like got the kill when it was like right before he was able to chrono. We killed him, and then we were able to like deny the tower, or I don't know if we denied it or not, but like we kept him from getting the tower. It was just perfect. Like we were all 5 top, and then he and I went down there and killed the Void that was alone.
Ace, you wanna play?
Nah.
I'm
gotta
done.
go soon. Preston Henry.
They had more kills, but we have more victories. I feel like their silencer didn't do anything. I think their Void and Quap were both pretty good, but I feel bad. I feel like the Void played super well, but he was solo off lane, and we kind of messed with him a lot. It's really interesting to think back about that laning stage because he was kind of getting away with a lot. Like we were harassing him a ton, but we didn't kill him a whole lot, you know? And I think in some ways I focused too much on the Void and I wasn't farming enough. Like I was chasing him too much when I could have just been farming, and like still it wouldn't have changed how much farm he got or how much, I mean, he would have had a little bit more health in general, but
So let's say, you're off lane and you're getting the dick like that.
Mhm.
What do you do?
so I'm talking all like this is the ideal situation, right? So in our games, people don't capitalize on the amount of space that they're given. So for example, you and I were against a void. We had that lane one before it started. So I had a lot of space because like just the way like having a ranged support against another melee core, like he had a hard time and I would have had no trouble getting every last hit in an ideal situation. And I didn't use that space well enough. So for an offlaner, when you're getting beat up like that, you have to look at your goal as an offlaner is you want the enemy team to focus on you. Your job as an offlaner is to make that safe laner's life hard, if possible. Now, there are some games where that's not possible, and so the only thing that you can do is like try and be present enough that you're keeping the supports there.
Well, it really depends on the what's it called too.
The
Hero.
draft, yeah, the heroes and
The
the drafts,
hero,
like it,
because
the compositions.
I've
Yeah,
seen so many times where like somebody plays Axe off lane, they clear the wave that comes to their tower, they go jungle, and then they clear the wave that comes to their tower and they
exactly.
go jungle, and then they
Yeah,
clear the. It depends on your hero. Like Tidehunter, if it's really far up, go jungle. If it's in the medium, you're kind of good.
your tanky boy. So at the top level, and this is like the meta, is the goal of an offlaner is to so you the offlaners that are in meta right now are the ones that are very self-sustaining and like don't get beat up on. So like a Legion commander has some sustain and has like some like harass that she can do against the safe lane and cause issues. Or people are playing Pugna off lane lately in pro games, which he has like the AoE like splash thing, so he can like clear the wave a lot, and he's really good against melee safe laners. But any of like the real tanky people that don't need a lot of help, their job is basically to keep the supports supporting the safe laner
And get as
of
much
the enemy
XP
team.
as you can,
That
because that's another reason that makes an offlaner a good offlaner is because they do well with levels.
yeah,
But
How many?
they can still use items more than a 4. So they can use items more than a 4, but they also benefit from levels maybe a little bit better than a 4.
So how much like last hits should an offlane have? You think?
It
Like 10 minutes.
totally depends.
yeah, it totally depends.
Alright.
So like if you can get, I would say if you can get like if you can match the safe laner, that's like the dream. And obviously anything above that, like if you're killing their safe lane or something, like if you like an offlane undying, if he's just like destroying because of just the way he works, like that's a special case. But I would say for that void, I would say if he had like 20 last hits by 10 minutes, that would probably be good for him just because of how, you know, how much we were kind of tanking on him and stuff. But I mean, there are offlane games where, it would be reasonable to expect the person to get 50 last hits. And like, I'm sure I didn't even get 50 last hits and I was in the safe lane that game. 50 last hits by 10 minutes. It's kind of like 10 minutes is like that's the ruler that you can like compare every like laning stage with is how are you doing at 10 minutes because that sets the trajectory for the rest of the game for the most part. The mid lane is the most important lane right now because they have one extra creep that spawns. And so that's, one extra amount of experience that's getting
It's
shared.
like 37 extra gold
Yeah,
per
extra
wave,
gold
which
and
is a
extra
lot.
experience. And so what's happening at the top level meta is teams want their supports to mess with the enemy mid, uh, but not at the cost of their safe lane getting completely wrecked. So it's this fine balance of you want your mid to do well, but if you can have your support come in and you can kill the enemy mid, that's really good, right? Or if you can have like a Riki roaming and like harassing, or a bounty hunter roaming and harassing the enemy
Or
mid, that's
spirit's a god
yeah,
right now.
they're really good at causing issue for the other mid. So the way that you, as an offlaner of the enemy team, or so say you're an offlane and your mid player is getting harassed by the enemy's support, your job as an offlaner is to mess with their safe lane so much that it causes their support to come back to the lane. So generally speaking, tri lanes don't really happen anymore. It's always like one support stays close to the lane and like does jungle things and like helps the carry stay alive, and there's a roamer, and ideally what you would do as an offlaner is your goal is to make sure that lane support doesn't leave and do like a 3-man gank somewhere. So you're trying to harass the safe laner enough that the lane support stays. And if you can, you're causing enough issue that they're keeping 2 supports. But at our skill level, what happens is people pick a lane and they stay there regardless of what's happening everywhere else. So people don't rotate. So like, in all honesty, you probably could have left because
Yeah, get the fuck
as a
out.
CK, like after we killed him once, after I was like kind of ahead, I had enough advantage that I could trade right clicks with him fairly evenly. Like he gets a bash 25% of the time and I get a crit 25% of the time, like we're going to just, we're going to even out. It's not like he's going to win in like a right click fight. So you could have, and this isn't like something bad on your part, but you could have left and done more damage somewhere else. You could have gone top, and we could have had Tusk, Lycan, and Jakiro messing with their safe lane silencer. Now, you staying bottom was fine, but that's like the type of thing that you think about. But people at our skill level don't react. They slot into whatever lane they're going to be in, and they just ride it out regardless of how it's going. The same thing goes like it's like if you're doing bad, you want the supports to come and help. But if you're doing really good, you want the supports to leave. Like if you've secured enough advantage, like if I was like a full level above the void and I had like some item advantage, it would be better for you to leave if there is somewhere else that you can have more impact. That's what it comes down to as a support, like in that game specifically. For the offlaner, um, your job is to try and make the supports make them have to babysit the safe laner. So if you had left, for sure that void would have been more willing to come in and like smack me some, harass a little bit and things, which would have been okay. But if it had gotten out of hand, then he would have done enough to me to make me have a hard time that I would have requested you to come back. So it's all about this kind of dynamic. Where does the support need to be? And as an off laner, your job is to make the support need to come and help the safe laner. But we were winning enough that you could have left, but you stayed anyway. So he wasn't really doing anything to deserve having you necessarily. But that
He
game's
didn't
also
deserve you.
that game's also kind of like a bad example because you rotating top probably wouldn't have made a whole lot of difference. Like their silencer didn't really accomplish much anyway. So like you being up there probably wouldn't have made a difference. And Jakiro isn't really the type of hero that can rotate mid and kill someone. So does that make sense? There's like a lot of
Yeah.
intricacy to it, and it's like totally lineup dependent. Like some offlaners are just super self-sustaining and self-sufficient, and others just really suck. And basically, if the other team, say you're an offlaner, say you were that void that game, okay? So if the Jakiro had actually been like consistently like on the minute, every minute, like pulling, keeping the wave back, like he would have had a rough time. And there wasn't really anything the Void could have done if the lane is close to the tower constantly. There wasn't really anything he could have been doing. So he probably would have had to like Iron Talon jungle. Or that's something you would see like a Centaur War Runner do, or like especially a Tide Hunter. Tide Hunter is super good at just going into the jungle with an Iron Talon because of his passive. He doesn't take damage. Same goes for like a Magnus. Magnus is super good at, you know, he can stay in lane a little bit, but he doesn't have a lot of like sustain. So like if he's getting harassed a lot, he can get forced out of lane, but it's not necessarily the worst loss in the world because he's good at jungling. He has his empower that allows him to cleave, and he gets an Iron Talon and he can just jungle. So it's kind of like you have to figure out it's the fine balance of trying to draw the support into the lane as an offlaner. You're trying to make the enemy support, make them be required to babysit. But at the same time, you're usually like a playmaking hero, like a Magnus or a Void. Like you have some critical ultimate or some sort of like important lockdown that you provide, and so you want to get farm as well.
Okay.
I know I just kind of talked a lot, but does it make sense?
Yeah. No, I mean, I get it. It's just that like I'm still bad, and
Yeah.
if I offlane, I get like 4 last hits. And I'm like, well, that's not a lot.
Yeah,
And
I think
so
so it's not like you can just disregard the farm and say it doesn't matter how much farm you get. Like it is important, but at the same time, you have to think about it also as get as much as you can get. And so in the example where say let's think of a hypothetical. Say you're an offlane Centaur War Runner and you're against like a CM and some traditional safe laner like a Jug or something. If the CM is constantly pulling and stuff and they're keeping the lane equilibrium really close to their tower and you're an offlane Centaur, you're not going to really be able to go down there, right? Because it's not safe. You're far from your tower. You know, the CM can lock you down and the Jug can spin on you, things like that. So the best thing that you can do is make sure you're getting every single bounty rune, not letting one like not letting one spawn at 2 minutes and then at 4 minutes you haven't picked it up and so it was effectively lost. You know, pick up every bounty and maybe um, the other thing that's really good to do is you can pull the hard camp. So if we're talking about Euron Dire,
yeah,
you can
I
pull
know.
that hard camp into your creeps and deny your creeps from going down to the tower. So it's like they pulled and denied those creeps from getting to you, but you're pulling and denying those creeps from behaving normally. Like those creeps are going to be very close to them, so they might be able to get the XP still, but the equilibrium will get reset, and that's the biggest thing. Um, and that's something that I don't really even do, honestly. I watch the pro players do it, and I know, like conceptually, that it's a thing, but I have never done that. But it's a good thing to do, and so that's something you could learn how to do. I mean, in terms of pulling it off, you just have to like run down before your creeps are getting to your tower, and just like the same way you just kind of eyeball it when you're pulling as a support. You just pull that hard camp into your creeps, and they go down into that camp, and then whenever the next creep wave from the enemy comes out, it's not it's not going to be at their tower. It's kind of like resetting things, and it'll pull the equilibrium back to where they would naturally meet. So that's something you can do, and that'll help with the the lack of farm. Last hitting with an offlaner is hard though. One really important thing to do is to pay attention to the clock, and as it gets closer and closer to 5 minutes, you can start playing a little bit more aggressively because as long as you know that like you have a decent shot of staying alive, like you might get a beat on, but as long as you're not like, you know, 50-50 gambling about whether they're just going to straight up kill you. If you go in and get 2 last hits, but you get harassed a lot, I mean, you can always retreat back to the shrine. Or you could retreat back, grab the bounty rune, jungle, one camp, and then shrine, you know? So it's about kind of making these, it's kind of like min-maxing the opportunities. Another thing that's really important is like, if they're using a lot of mana on you, that's a good thing. Like you're starving them of mana. I heard a streamer today talk. It was like an epiphany. He was talking about when you're laning against a juggernaut as an offlaner. A lot of times, what happens is the jug gets 6, and either him and the support or just him alone, depending on how much, how low your health is sitting. A lot of times they'll just like find a time to spin on you and get your health real low, and then they'll use their ultimate on you and just kill you, right? Like ideally, as a jug, you would want to the first opportunity you get to use your ultimate, if you can kill someone, you just want to do it. What he said that people will naturally do as an offlaner when that happens, they just die to a jug. A lot of times what they'll do is they'll feel like down on themselves and they'll just kind of like play a little bit more passive. Maybe they'll go to the jungle instead of, going back into the lane. But actually the best thing to do is to get up in the dude's face, like respond, buy a TP and get back to that lane pronto because he just used all of his mana. So he doesn't have any. I mean, unless he's got clarities and stuff, but even still, maybe you can deny a clarity or who knows. But I mean, he just used his ultimate, so you don't have to worry about the ultimate anymore. And his mana's at least not going to be full, so he doesn't have mana to like spam out on you. And there's a good chance he's probably low too. If you know, ideally you were putting up a fight along the way. So if you can kind of be like a dummy, like a target for these people to like use their abilities on, if you're staying alive and say you started with like 8 tangos or something, if you start like 8 tangos and a stout shield, just because you knew like you're a tanky dude, like they have a lot of abilities they can spam, but if you can tank through it all and have a lot of regen, you're kind of like bleeding them dry of their resources. It's easy, obviously.
Yeah, super easy.